Are you getting that special gift that you want for Christmas? I hope so.
Get your vibe just right.
Welcome back to the video. Twilley's 2 cents here, and for today I thought we'd switch it up a little bit, and I kind of wanted to do a video that's more inspired by the season. You know, got Christmas a few days away from now, and I was like, hey, it would be cool, you know, to kind of throw up my wish list of some of the fragrances that I would like to see up under the tree. So what I would like this video to be is, you know, one big collective video, especially in the comments. Let me know what fragrance you guys will want to open for Christmas. Now, with that being said, I'm not really expecting these, you know, fragrances for Christmas, but these are some fragrances I'm looking forward to acquiring in the year of 2026. All right, so without further ado, I got my handy dandy, you know, laptop on over here. And what I like to do for the most part is put a collection in my Parfumo account of things that I have sampled, and sometimes very rare of things that I haven't sampled yet that I would like to add to my collection. Starting off on this list, I have a Boadicea fragrance, in which Boadicea is one of those houses that I'm really looking into, you know, collecting, because to me as a whole, that is a wonderful fragrance house where some may say that they, you know, kind of take from other well-known scents, but to me, even if so, they do it and they do it well. Amazing fragrances. To me, it's like one of those, you know, end-all be-all houses where you kind of like been through your fragrance journey and you come across this house that has magnificent quality, magnificent fragrances, and stuff that you wouldn't mind building your lifelong collection on. So just to jump into it, the first one we're going to be talking about is Dasmin. Now with Dasmin, I do have a 10 ml of this, and to me, this is a very wearable rose oud fragrance. I know rose oud, you'll probably hear that a lot. So a lot of fragrances that take on that combination of rose oud, but to me, it's like, what kind of nuances do those rose ouds have? And to me, this one right here, like I said, is wearable. It comes with a tad bit of skankiness in the oud, but for the most part, I get a bit of powder, a nice jammy rose in this one, something that's very fitting for the fall time. To me, this is a magnificent rose oud fragrance, in which this won't be the only rose oud that I would like to add in my collection. But yeah, we're not gonna talk too much about it. We're gonna just keep going on, because yeah, this is stuff that I would like to see up under the tree. So let's keep it moving. All right, so some of these samples and miniatures I don't have because I already used a sample of, but I have sampled them before. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is coming from the house of Xerjoff, and that's going to be Pico Valladama. So the reason I'm looking into Xerjoff's Pico Valladama is because I just really need that main soapy fragrance in my collection that I really don't have yet. Of course, I do have some soapy fragrances, but I feel like Pico Valladama is specialized for that niche of a soapy fragrance. One of the things I like about it the most, it's not really a light wear. From my experience, you do get this high class, you know, elegant soapy vibe, which I think it got some aldehydes in it and stuff like that, where it just projects, and it can, in my experience, it can be a bit of a headache depending on how much you spray, but a very classy soapy smell. So moving on, from the house of Chambre 52, they have a fragrance called Queer Accord, which to me is a elegant, masculine, leathery type of fragrance that has a, you know, a scent profile that's not normally accustomed, something that you wouldn't be accustomed to smelling when it comes to a leather fragrance. This is definitely a standout, stunning fragrance. And I haven't really tried other ones from the house, but from the way that this one smells, it does interest me in trying more from the house. So if you're a fan of leathers and stuff like that, I would definitely say sample that one. And that's definitely one that I would like to see up under the tree. Okay, next fragrance, hold on. Okay, so next fragrance up on the list is one I've been talking about on this channel for a while, especially, you know, in the earlier days when I first started the channel. But this fragrance right here, I have not got a full bottle of yet, but I'm definitely looking to get that one because 8 Bob Nuit de Mageve is a fantastic fragrance in my opinion. So this is the fragrance that's in the ballpark of a Ball Down Freak, and other fragrances like that, whether it's like Boadicea's, I think, Hanuman. But to me, this right here, if you like Ball Down Freak, if you want to like add a bit of depth to it with some tobacco and something like this one is not so clean as Ball Down Freak. You get a little bit of dirtiness with this one. And to me, this is a fantastic all year round Swiss Army knife type of a fragrance where you can exude class and elegance wherever you go, especially like into the office, meetings, interviews. This is a staple that I think probably every man should have in their collection. But this, yes, I've ran through this and I've been trying to like babysit this last few, I guess, 3 to 5 mil that's in here, because it's just one that I want to keep around. So definitely looking forward to getting the full bottle of 8 Bob Nuit de Mageve. So while we talking about Swiss Army knife type of fragrance, the next fragrance that I would like to acquire, or one that I would like to see up under the tree, is Boadicea's Lavish. And real simple. If you like anything that's close to a Tom Ford Great Vetiver, to me, this is that times 10. They really specialized on this Swiss Army knife type of a fragrance that can be an easy reach, suitable for not only your white tees, but all the way to your suits and ties and stuff like that. Something that's going to be great in any kind of professional environment, something that's going to be great in any type of casual environment. This is one that, to me, I just need in the collection, because sometimes you may not always be in a situation where you can wear, you know, a Valiant or something special like an Aqua Sapphire, which will be more suitable for your summertime scents or your summertime wear. Just something that is going to be an all-season wear, something that will have you smelling great. Some great citrus and vetiver notes in here, and I think it's some rose in here as well. Just a beautiful, easy to wear fragrance. That's Lavish from Boadicea the Victorious. All right, so moving on down the list of a few that I have sampled. But yeah, I don't feel like going to grab those samples. So just a real quick runoff. We have Raja's Amber Oud. I feel like if you're in the fragrance community, you know anything about Raja, you know about Elysium, you know about, you probably know about fragrances like Isola Blue, stuff like that. But the one for me that has stood out that I haven't acquired yet, that I would like to see up on the tree, is Amber Oud. That's another kind of powdery oud fragrance that's, to me, kind of in the ballpark of a, you know, oud satin mood, but not quite. It kind of goes more in the direction of the ambers, but that is definitely a standout fragrance, one that I'm looking to add to the collection. And if you know about that one, then you know. Next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is from the house of Tiaf Al Emirat, and that's going to be UAE Oud. Now the thing with UAE Oud is there is a Boadicea fragrance that I like. The oud in that fragrance is very barnyardy, and that is from the fragrance Nebulous from the house of Boadicea. But the thing with Nebulous is it's like in the thousands, and I don't want to spend thousands of dollars just for one fragrance. I would much rather spread that out and build a more, you know, cohesive wardrobe or collection of things that I will be able to, you know, choose from. Have some kind of variety instead of like thousands and thousands on one fragrance. So here comes Tiaf Al Emirat's UAE Oud. And like I said, this is your more hay-like, barnyardy type of a oud. It's another rose oud fragrance that to me kind of has that, you know, sharp rose type of a smell that really sticks out. Definitely kind of stemmy, but also still jammy at the same time. A beautiful fragrance, one that you definitely have to dress up. That is one that you can't dress down at all. But that is one that when I smell Tiaf Al Emirat's UAE Oud and Nebulous side by side, I'm still satisfied to go with the UAE Oud. with like probably a tenth of the price that you would pay for Nebulous. So that's definitely one that's on my list. Sample it if you haven't already. All right, next up on the list, we have Defender. And I think Defender can be divisive for many people. That's Defender from Boadicea. It's because they'll say it smells like Killian Smoking Hot or anything like that. I have sampled Killian Smoking Hot, but to me, what you will come to find with the House of Boadicea is that when you wear these fragrances, the experience that you get from the beginning all the way to the dry down will be, amplified in my opinion. You can definitely tell the quality that goes into their fragrances, and to me, they always kind of have this kind of special Boadicea spin on them that I really like. But if you go check out some reviews and ratings on Defender, it may not be one that's more, perceptible to the fragrance community. But in my opinion, what it does well. It's a nice fragrance that definitely sticks out in kind of like this smoky type of a hookah situation that's going on with it. Fruity, spicy, projection is not a problem on that one, and it's just a fantastic smell in my opinion. So Defender is definitely on the list for me. All right, next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is Counterplay from the House of Mind Games. So out of all the ones that I sampled from Mind Games thus far, this is the one that I would definitely like to see up on the tree, because to me, the melon note that's in that one is something to be crazy for. I know you've probably heard people talk about French Defense and the cherry that you get in that. So awesome cherry. I have that one in a sample size, but to me, the melon, you just replace the cherry note with that melon note and you get the same experience. And to me, as far as having that go-to melon fragrance, that will be the one that I need in my collection. Nothing more really to be said about that one. Awesome fragrance. All right, so the last three fragrances, possibly four, that I would like to see up on the tree. Let's go ahead and talk about these two at the same time. I do have Night of Love right here, but we're not going to talk about that. It's on the list, but it's not on the list at the same time, if that makes sense. But the two that are on the list of wanting to see up on the tree, you probably already know Oud Sapphire, which I have gone on record to say is one of my favorites from the House of Boadicea. And we have Green Sapphire, another one that is, I would say this, when it comes to a Sunday morning, you're going to church, this is my go-to fragrance along with a few others. But Green Sapphire, you definitely get this nice raspberry cashmere type of a fragrance. To me, one that transforms from the initial spray all the way to the dry down. You're definitely on the initial spray, you're definitely gonna pick up some of the woods. You're definitely gonna get that raspberry. But what really blooms in the dry down is that warm cashmere that you're gonna get, which just makes that fragrance special. You also have some pine in there, which kind of like throws you back to some of the fragrances of yesterday, which is amazing in my opinion. Just a beautiful, outstanding fragrance with that one. Oud Sapphire, man, oud, ambrette, powdery. I'm a sucker for Irish. You already know this. And this fragrance right here is my top Irish fragrance that I enjoy. I have other fragrances that have, the note of Irish in it, like harmonious and beautiful, kind of close to very close, nice substitution for Dior Homme Parfum, in which I sold my Dior Homme Parfum, but special. But yeah, when it comes to Irish, this one right here does it the best in my opinion. Oud Sapphire from Boadicea the Victorious. Definitely gotta add these two to my collection. All right, so last fragrance up on the list that I want to talk about is one that I kind of have in the grill section. And this, unfortunately, I haven't really sampled anything that smells close to it or like it. And it's gonna kind of be the same situation as in Boadicea's Nebulous, where yes, it's up there. But if I can get this one, man, it's special in the collection. So this is another fragrance with Oud Not as barnyardy, but you can definitely tell you have a bit of animalicness to this fragrance. It's going to be coming from the house of Raja Dove, and that is H, the exclusive black tier. So with H, the exclusive black tier, you get this nice woody oud smell. It's powdery. It's basically a tuxedo in a bottle. And I don't even own the tuxedo yet, but definitely if I get this fragrance, we have to go to some special event in this world where you have to dress up in a tuxedo, because to me, that is a experience to create a memorable experience, because that fragrance is amazing. One that you definitely won't be able to wear all the time. But in my opinion, that's a fragrance that you don't really want to wear all the time. This is one where you pull out, you want to create that lasting scent memory, and that is definitely a fragrance that you can do it with. I don't really know where you guys would possibly be able to get a sample of this one at. I think that it is only found at Harrods now, the full bottle, but I just so happened to get lucky back when site Decant X had it, and I went ahead and got me a 5 ml of that fragrance, ran out of it, don't have it anymore, but I do have those fumes from that sample, and trust me, that is one, if you are a fan of oud and a high quality Raja fragrance, that's definitely one to check out, want to get on your list. And I think as far as a fragrance review that I know that has it will be EQ. I think EQ has that fragrance, but definitely that's one that's up there for me to put in my collection, a must-have, outstanding, stunning type of a fragrance. So yeah, there you have it. Those are some of the things that I want up under my tree, or I like to see up under my tree. But yeah, more so expecting to acquire those over the years, not all in 1 year. Let's keep in mind, always take care of your budgeting and only get what you know you can get. Don't just go out there and get stuff just to get it, because it's cool to have it, but it's more cool to have money in your pocket. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really interested to know what you guys would like to have up under your tree. And yeah, I will check you guys out in the next video. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell. And if you enjoyed the video, also leave me a like or a dislike, drop some comments, stuff like that. And also check out one of these videos.